Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Jennifer. If it's your first time in this channel, welcome and thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna offer a 45-minute vinyasa class. We'll move a little slow at first, then pick up the pace to warm up the body and play with some arm balances. So if you're not familiar with arm balances, it's okay. I will offer variations for everyone for you to stay where you feel comfortable. Yeah, if you're ready, come to the top of your mat on standing. Find your feet under your hips. Move your shoulders back and away from the ears. And then just relax your arms to the sides with the palms facing forward. And take a moment to close your eyes. And with your eyes closed, look in the space between the eyebrows as you start to set your gaze inwards. We'll take 3 cleansing breaths, adding movement with the arms. Inhale, reach your fingers high to the ceiling. Open out, exhale, hands in prayer. Twice more. Inhale, arms long. As you reach your arms to the ceiling, press your heels down. Exhale, hands in prayer. One more time. Inhale, get tall. Reach long towards the sky. Open my exhale. Open your eyes. Inhale, bring your arms long to the ceiling. Seal your lips. And with your exhale, fall forward, soften the knees, relax your head completely, and just be here for a couple of breaths. Soften the knees as much as you need to, and then find your arm variation of your choice. You can keep your hands to the floor, hold them to the opposite elbows, or even interlace the fingers on the back of your head. Okay? If your hands come to your head, make sure you're not forcing the head into the chest. Just allow the weight of your arms to gently stretch the back of your neck. Okay? If you have your opposite elbows, you can sway it side to side, or whatever organic movement feels good in your body. And you can explore from the heels and then rocking forward to your toes. Okay, just taking a moment to take note of how you feel this morning or whatever time of day it is that you're practicing. Yeah, just checking and notice with your physical body. If you're ready for more, interlace the fingers behind your back. With a soft bend on the knees, halfway lift, inhale, stretch your collarbone to the front. And then with your exhale, fall forward, chest to the thighs, breath out. And pause here for another 5 rounds of breath. As you exhale, release your hands to your shin bones again. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Bring the navel away from the floor. And when you exhale, fall forward, breath out. Twice more. Halfway lift, inhale. Press the heels into the floor as you stretch your collarbone forward. And then exhale, fall forward, breath out. One more time. Halfway lift, inhale, elongating the sides of your neck. Then with your exhale, plant your hands into the floor, step back into a high push-up position. So find your shoulders on top of your hands. And if you look at your palms, make sure the fingers are very wide apart. Gaze is at the top of your mat so that there's no wrinkles on the back of your neck. Now check with your legs. Squeeze the inner thighs without bringing the legs together to touch. Just firm your thighs. Take another inhale. And then with your exhale, drop your knees and slowly come all the way down to the floor. Good. Untuck your toes behind you and find your palms behind your back. If you don't have a towel, you can use if you don't have a yoga strap, you can find a towel. Good. Or if you actually can press your palms together, press your fist to the direction of your heels. And as you inhale, lift your legs, lift your ribcage. Shavasana. Good. Point your toes behind you as if you were touching the wall at the back of your mat. Press the pelvis into the floor with your exhale and then lift your chest, your ribcage a little more. Take another breath in. And then with your exhale, tuck your toes behind you. Find your hands by your ribcage. Elbows are bent towards one another. Keep your knees on the floor and then lift your pelvis and your chest as you inhale, modified plank. Then open your knees wide to the sides, find child's pose. Relax your forehead into the ground. With your next inhale, come forward into a tabletop position, finding your hands flat under your shoulders, knees under the hips. Take another inhale here, and then downward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips to the ceiling. Softening the knees, softening your shoulders. Creating length through your torso by pressing the floor away with your palms. And then gently bend the knees. Okay. If you're naturally flexible, you may be able to fully extend the legs now. And if that's the case, start to press down with the pinky edges of your feet. With your next exhale, walk your hands all the way to the back of your mat and fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back, lengthen. Fold forward, breath out. Inhale, again, this time come all the way up. Extend the legs, bring your arms over your head. And then with your exhale, soften the knees, fold forward, chest to your thighs, breath out. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins for support. As you exhale, walk your hands top of your mat, either downward facing dog, or come forward all the way into plank, inhale. Drop the knees. This time, halfway down, bend your elbows, low plank. Either up dog or cobra, your choice, feet flat behind you either way, slightly look to the front, to downward facing dog, exhale lift. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, walk your hands to the back of your mat, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Fold forward, breath out. Rise up, inhale, arms over your head, come to standing, palms touch. Exhale, open your arms, torso forward and down, relax your head. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Navel away from the floor. With your exhale, walk your hands top of your mat into plank. Inhale here, option to drop the knees. Exhale, halfway down or all the way down, your choice. With your inhale, feet flat behind you, open up, lift your thighs off the ground. To downward facing dog, exhale, lift. Take one more, inhale here. Then walk your hands to the back of your mat, exhale, breath out. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Fold forward, exhale. Rise up, inhale, arms over your head, palms touch. Exhale, take it down, fold forward, relax your head. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Walk your hands top of your mat into plank. Inhale, firm your legs, option to drop the knees. Exhale, halfway down, low push up. Inhale, up facing dog, open up your chest, shoulder blades back. As you exhale, downward facing dog, lift your hips. With your next inhale, lift your right leg to the ceiling, three-legged dog. Now step your foot behind your right hand. Your back heel comes down on a 45-degree angle for warrior one. Right knee stays bent. With your inhale, lift your arms. Okay? And then your pinky fingers internally rotate as you bring your thumbs towards the back of the room. Now gently hug your ribcage towards your spine. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Step it back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, open up your chest. Downward facing dog, exhale. Lift your left leg to the ceiling, inhale. With your exhale, step your foot behind the left hand. Bring your back heel down. Rise up, inhale, warrior one. If your right heel doesn't touch the ground, step your foot forward a little more, okay? Then rotate the right quadricep to face forward, inhale. Exhale to the ground, step it back, inhale, plank. Exhale, low push up. Open up your chest, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Same thing, we're just gonna add on. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, step your right foot out behind the right hand, back heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one, and this is where we add on. Stay here. With your exhale, bring your hands behind your back, find your palms together. Inhale, open up your chest, firm your core. Exhale, torso forward, maybe just halfway or all the way down for humble warrior. Just relax your head. Take an extra breath. And then use your exhale to get closer to the floor if you can. With your head, lift your fist. Rise up, inhale, back to warrior one. Keep the hips low as much as you can. With your exhale, hands down. Step it back. Inhale into plank. Firm your core. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, open up your chest. Downward facing dog, exhale. Lift your left leg, inhale. Exhale, step it behind the left hand, back heel down, root down, rise up, inhale, arms up. As you exhale, find the opposite grip behind your back, interlace the fingers. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, torso forward or all the way down, humble warrior. Take an extra breath, inhale, and then get lower, exhale. Rise up, inhale, activate your back leg, lift. Exhale, hands down. Step it back, inhale, plank. Low push up, exhale. Inhale, open your chest. Downward facing dog, exhale. One more. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, behind the right hand, back heel down. Rise up, inhale, warrior one. Exhale, hands behind your back. Inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, torso forward, round your back as you lift your arms away from your hips. Rise up, inhale, back to warrior one. Lift your arms, hips are low. Exhale to the floor, step it back, inhale, plank. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, open up your chest. Downward facing dog, exhale. Left leg high, inhale. Exhale, behind the left hand, back heel down. Rise up, inhale, warrior one. Exhale, opposite grip behind your back. Open up your chest with your inhale. Get low for humble warrior, exhale, lift your fist. Rise up, inhale, warrior one. Exhale to the ground, step it back, inhale, plank, firm your legs. Exhale, low push up. Inhale, open up your chest. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg. And then as you exhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands, drop your back knee. Scoop the pelvis to the floor, inhale, lift your arms, modified crescent lunge. Okay, find the lower abdominal away from the upper thigh, keep that. As you exhale, hands in prayer, twist to the right, left elbow outside of your right knee. Okay, now find the elbow outside of the leg, and make sure as your top hand presses down, your knee is gonna want to go left. So try to maintain it rotating out as you press with the pinky edge of your foot. Focus on your twist here by keeping your left knee on the ground, or if you wanna add balance, bring it up. If you bring the back knee up, make sure your hips stay aligned. So there's a tendency for the left hip to drop down. Try to keep it in line. Up with the right. Three more breaths here. Take another inhale. Exhale, release your hands to the floor, three-legged dog. Lift your right leg to the ceiling. And as you exhale, bend your right knee, open up your hips. Your right knee points straight up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, flip your dog. Land the ball of the foot the other side of your mat. Turn around as you lift the whole front side of your body to face the ceiling. Good, so your left leg is extended, your right knee is bent. You're gonna keep that. Take another breath. And then as you exhale, lower your hips. You're gonna face the back of your mat. So your left leg is extended. Now your right foot is gonna come outside of the left knee. Okay? Inhale, lift your hand to the ceiling. And then stretch it in front, grab the top of the leg, and then right hand comes behind you. Okay, so you're gonna twist, option to bring the top elbow side of the right knee as you look towards the back. Look forward towards your extended leg, and with your exhale, bring your hands to your left side. So let's recap here. Your left leg is extended, your right foot is over the left knee. Okay, so you can stay right here. Your right hip is lifting away from the floor. Okay, stay with this or bring your forearms right under your shoulders and then actively stretch your collarbone to where your fingers are pointing. And if you look at your elbows, make sure that they're under the shoulders so that the shoulders are supported. Make sure their elbows are not wide outside, okay? Now, you can choose to stay right here or with your right hand, hold onto the pinky edge of the left foot, lift your heel, and then use your core as you lift your hips, stretching the hips to the right side of your mat. Okay, so you're stretching your collarbone to the fingers, your tailbone to the other side. You're here for 3 more breaths. Make sure you're using the power of your right foot planted on the ground and not your shoulder. Slowly bring your hips down. Face the back of your mat into Navasana inhale. Bring your knees into the chest. Lift your toes. You're looking at your toes. Move your shoulders back and away from the ears. Now take a breath. Extend, option to stay here. Or with your exhale, lower your legs, lower your chest, baby boat. Inhale, slowly rise up, bend your knees. Exhale, slowly extend. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, extend. One more time, inhale, come up. This time, grab the back of your legs. You're gonna rock back one time, wood meet on chair pose at the top of your mat. Inhale, chair pose, stay right here. Good, if you practice more on balancing, you can take crow pose. Otherwise, stay here, chair pose, 5 breaths. For crow pose, bring your knees to your triceps and then bring your hands closer to you, not away from you. Hinge forward, lift one foot, maybe both feet off the ground. Good, squeeze your inner thighs as you lift your spine. Some of you might be able to extend the arms. Exhale, shoot back. We'll meet on downward facing dog. Take a cleansing breath, inhale. Open mouth. Now lift your left leg to the ceiling, inhale. With your exhale, step the foot forward in between the hands. So we're on the left side, but you're facing the back of your mat, yeah? Drop your right knee. Inhale, lift your hands, modified crescent. Draw the lower abdominal in. With your exhale, hands in prayer, twist to the left side. Hook the elbow, right elbow outside of the left knee. Then move your knee slightly towards your left as you press the pinky edge of the foot. And then press your palms, lean your chest away from your left leg. And stay right here, focus on your twist or add balance, yeah? If you wanna build up that strength, you can reach your right knee up to the ceiling. Three more breaths. Use your back leg, lift with the back of the knee so that you have more stability. With your next exhale, hands to the floor, frame your left foot. 3-legged dog, lift your left leg to the ceiling. Now bend the left knee, exhale, open up your hips. Good, stay right here or flip your dog. Land your left foot all the way to the other side of your mat. Lift your pelvis and relax your head. Good, find the rotation from your shoulder as you bring that left shoulder all the way to the left side. Good, now keep your right leg extended. Exhale, lower your hips. Now you're back at facing the top of your mat. Bring your left foot outside of your right knee, right arm around the left leg. Okay, take your twist to the left once again, or find your elbow outside of your knee. With your inhale, come to center, and then bring your hands to your right side. Lift your left hip off the floor. So again, right leg is extended, left foot is over the knee. Good, and as you press your palms here onto the ground, you should already feel a really deep twist. So stay with that, or lower your elbows, your forearms, onto the ground. And then check with the elbows, stack them with your shoulders. Good, stay here, or with your your left hand, which is the closer to the extended foot, you're gonna reach for the top of the foot. Once you have it, lift your heel, use the foot on the ground to push down, lift your hips. Good. Now, engage your core. You're lengthening with your upper body, with your torso, back with your hips, forward with your chest. Breathe here for 3. You're here for 2. And then with your exhale, slowly bring your hips down. Face the front of your mat. Inhale, Navasana. Bring your knees into the chest. The lower abdominal, you want to bring it closer to the thighs so your back is not rounding. Yeah, you want to extend everything up. Shoulders back. Again, choose to stay right here or extend your hands. Inhale. Exhale, lower your boat. Inhale, slowly come up. Exhale to lower. Squeeze your legs. Inhale, again, come up. Lower the lower abdominal. Exhale again. This is your last one. Inhale, rise up. Grab the back of your legs. 1 rock, maybe 2, or whatever, how many you need. Chair pose. Top of your mat. Utkatasana. Again, stay right here or take crow pose. Hands to the floor, knees to the tricep. Good, if you practice tripod headstand, good, set your gaze first, find your arm balance, lift your feet, then drop the crown of the head down straight to the floor. Good, maybe this is as far as you take it, or firm your core, lift your legs to the ceiling. Good, make sure that your shoulders are not collapsing down to the ears. You're actively pressing your palms against the floor. Take a breath. If you're in chair pose, take your vinyasa, Rumidon down dog. If you're on tripod headstand, bring your legs halfway until you can see your toes, and then shoot back, low push up. Inhale, up dog. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take a breath in. Open mouth. Then take child's pose. Knees down, sit back onto your hips. We'll take a cleansing breath. Inhale. Open mouth. Seal the legs. Inhale, come forward into a tabletop. Hands and knees down to the ground. To downward facing dog. Exhale, lift your hips. Okay. And we'll take 1 breath. Close your, seal your legs. Inhale. Open mouth. 1 more breath in, seal the lips. Open mouth. Walk, what do? Step forward, top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Fall forward, exhale. Rise up, inhale, arms over your head. And then exhale, bring your hands in prayer, Samastiti. Okay? So separate your feet hip width apart. Hands are in prayer. Set your gaze in front of you. Bend the left knee to the chest, lift your toes. And then when you're ready, find your figure 4, ankle on top of your thighs. Now sit back. Your groins are gonna stretch to the back of your mat as you maybe even lower your hips. The foot that it's on top, it's flexed, so you're pointing your toes to the knee. If you practice Kalavasana, this is your chance. So bring your hands maybe to the floor and you're like, no, I'm not ready. Then you stay right here. Okay, for those that are moving to Kalavasana, you want to move your elbows all the way behind the top shin. And once you have that, bring your hands right underneath it. Grab your left foot around the right arm. Set your gaze. When you're ready, lift your hips. Maybe your right foot comes off the floor. Maybe the other foot goes up to the ceiling. Okay, if you're still sitting on that one leg, maybe lower your hips. If you're into Kalavasana, we'll meet on figure 4. Slowly come up. Bend the left knee to the chest. Now firm your lower abdominal, send it to the lower back, and then send your tailbone straight down to your heel. Extend your left leg. Okay, make sure that you're not sending your hips forward and you're not sending them back too much. You're right at the center. It's okay if your left leg doesn't go too high. Take another breath, inhale. Exhale, bring your foot down. Cleansing breath, inhale, open, bring your arms up. Open mouth. Once more, inhale, lift. Open mouth. Bend the right knee to the chest. Lift your toes. Set your gaze in front. Exhale, figure 4. Drop your knee down to the direction of the floor and then send your groins to the back of your mat. And then just choose one side is going to be more open than the other. So just notice without any attachments or any tagging. You can just stay right here or bring your hands to the floor. Good. Now remember, the foot on top is going to be flexed so that it can go around that left arm. Good. Stay here. You're also all making your figure 4. When you're ready, lift your left heel off to the ceiling. Your lower abdominal, move it away from the front thigh. We'll meet on figure 4. Hands in prayer. And very, very slowly come up. Bend the knee to the chest. Push the floor away with your standing leg. And then exhale, extend your leg. Okay? Actively send your tailbone straight down to the heel. Get really tall as you lift with the crown of your head. Take another breath. Exhale, right foot down. Cleansing breath. Inhale, arms up. Open mouth. Hands in prayer. Once more, inhale, lift. Open mouth. Inhale, arms up. Seal your lips. This time, exhale, fall forward, chest to the thighs, dive down. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, step it back, downward facing dog, or take a vinyasa of your choice. Okay, when you get to down dog, take a breath in. Open mouth. Seal the lips, lift your right leg to the ceiling, inhale. And then when you exhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands, back foot flat. Inhale, open up to warrior 2. Okay, then move your front knee slightly to the right. Actively press your back heel down. Look to the front, to your right mid finger. Take another breath in here. And as you exhale, reach to the front for side angle. Right elbow down to the thigh. Lift your left hand to the ceiling. Okay. And this is a good place to stay. You can use a block maybe inside your right ankle if you have it. Good. If you lower your hand, make sure that your elbow makes contact with your right thigh, just slightly to move it out towards the right. Option to extend your left arm over the ear wall on your right side. So if your chest is moving down to the floor in front of you, move it back and away from the floor that you're facing. With your next inhale, reverse warrior. Keep that front knee bend if you can. Lift your right hand to the ceiling. Lift with your right hip crease. And then exhale, Skandasana. Extend your right leg. Bring your hands in prayer. Lower your hips to the back of your mat. Let's stay here or walk your hands away from your hips as you send your hips to the other side. Okay, if you can lower your hips, if you need less, lift your hips, right foot flat. Then walk your hands to the top of your mat, bend your right knee, step it back, inhale, plank. Now drop your knees, okay? So modified plank, 5 yogi push-ups. If you don't want them, take down downward child's pose. Inhale, exhale, low. Inhale, lift, exhale, lower. Inhale, high, firm your core, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, exhale, low. Inhale, high, downward facing dog, exhale. Take a breath, open mouth. Lift your left leg, inhale. Now exhale, step it forward in between your hands, back foot flat. Open up warrior two. So you're lifting from your hip creases. You're lengthening all the way up. So you lift with the crown of your head as you stretch your tailbone down. Not forward, but straight down. Okay, your arms are wide. Gaze is at the left mid finger. Make sure your lower abdominal and your rib cage are gently hugging in instead of popping outwards. Take another breath. Exhale, reach to the front, to the front, to the front. Left elbow down, right arm up. Good, and then choose your variation. This is a great place. Option to lower your left hand, binds, whatever you need. Good, and just check with your back leg. Make sure you're not using all of the power of the left leg, okay? You want to send the weight, the energy even throughout your body. Making sure that there's enough room for the breath to be fluid. When you're ready, reverse warrior. Keep that front knee bend. Lift your left hand to the ceiling. And then press your palm towards the back of the room. Take another inhale. Skandasana, exhale. Extend your left leg, bend your right knee. Okay. And then you choose, see if you can lower your hips and then walk your hands away from them. When you're ready, walk your hands towards you and then to the top of your mat. Bend your knees, step it back into plank. Again, drop your knees or take child's pose. Inhale for yogi push-ups. Exhale, low. Inhale, high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, low. Inhale, high. Squeeze your legs. Exhale, low. Inhale, lift. One more. Exhale, lower. Whew. Inhale, high. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Take an inhale. Open mouth. Take a breath in. One more time. Open mouth. Stay here 5 rounds of breath, or maybe take child's pose. And then from child's pose, find a seated position with your legs in front of you. So I'm gonna face you, but you can keep facing the front of your mat or whatever is comfortable to you. So both legs are extending in front. Keep your left leg extended, bring your right knee to your chest, and then interlace the fingers on top of, in front of the knee. I'm gonna break it up into different options. So option one, stay here, or interlace the fingers, bring your palms in on the sole of your foot, extend the heel, and then bring your knee by your armpit, kind of like a half happy baby, okay? Stay with this, or with your left hand, touch the top, no, first, bring your right arm under the leg. So as low as you can, good? So you're gonna bring that right arm on there. Then you're gonna push the leg out to the side, squeeze your right arm with your leg, and then bring the other hand the other way, okay? So some of you might choose to stay right here, or push the hands into the ground, send your hips back. Then maybe lift your heel. You're here for 3, 2, exhale down. All right, we'll lift compass pose for another time. Yeah, so keep your your right leg extended this time, bend your left knee, and then interlace the fingers in front of your knee, chest is lifted. Or bring your hands over your foot, lift the heel, and then bring your knee back by your armpit, okay? Then stay right where you are. So bring your left arm all the way under the leg, and then you're gonna push the leg back so that your hand comes by your hip. Okay, now you're gonna squeeze your arm with your leg really hard, or as much as you can. Then the other hand comes the other side of your hip. Push the floor away as you send your hips behind you. Your chest comes in front. Stay like that. Maybe lift your left heel, your right heel for 3, 2, exhale, come down. Extend your legs in front. Take a breath in. Open mouth. Good. Now bring your hands behind you with the fingers facing towards the top of your mat. Elbows and shoulders draw back. Now plant your feet flat on the ground. Lift your pelvis, reverse tabletop. Look straight up to the ceiling and avoid trying to look behind you. Yeah? So options, stay here, or you can lower your hips for the extended leg variation. So if you extend the legs, when you come up, all of your 10 toes are gonna touch the ground. Firm your legs for 3, 2, exhale, very slowly come down. Bring your palms together to touch, tuck your chin onto your chest, all the way into your back. Okay. Give yourself a full body stretch, inhale. Open mouth. Bring your knees into the chest. And then take happy baby. Reach for the outer edges of your feet. Press the knees down and then gently rock side to side. Yeah. You can stay here with happy baby for about another minute, or if you practice shoulder stand, for the modified version of it, keep your legs lifted, ankles in line with your hips, or you can support your back. Good. Look to your toes the whole time you move into shoulder stand. Good. If you feel pretty comfortable, you can make a fist. And then plow pose, send your legs behind you. Very slowly bring your hips down. And then extend the legs. One more full body stretch, inhale. Open mouth. Bring your arms to the sides, palms face up. Close your eyes, final Shavasana. Stay here for as long as you need to. The longer Shavasana, the better. Okay, but if you have to get going to your day, bring your knees into the chest. And then gently roll over to your right side. Press yourself into a seated position. Hopefully facing me, or wherever is it that you're facing, it doesn't matter. Keep your eyes closed. Sit up tall. Bring your hands in prayer. Anjali Mudra. We'll still practice with a cleansing breath. Take your deepest inhale. Inhale. Open mouth. Inhale one more time. Open mouth. Seal the lips. Bow down towards your chest. And with this gesture, I thank you for joining me here, for sharing the space, for sharing your time, your energy, and your breath with me. Until next time, from my heart to yours, namaste. Have a great day.